The U.S. national deficit has gone absolutely parabolic. We have MoneyGram hooking up with a new custodial wallet, it looks like, and I have a harrowing tale coming out. We have connections to Xbox leaked documents and a view of a spider that nearly took my life this weekend. All this and more on today's Blockchain Basement.
Bum, 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 bum. You ready for this? I'm ready. Welcome.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Out to give the numbers out. And I was like, no, hang up the phone right now.
Or like when it dropped in 2020, was it like exciting?
400,000 to 600,000. The generational signals are now.
Level. So I don't even know if we're gonna get back below there. But if we do, that's kind of where we.
Look at all of these lovely people in the chat, all of the members. What's up, my lovely people? Thank you for joining us today, right? Right? Isn't it nice to see? Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Well,
Phil 9.
Thank you for joining us. We got Beastmaster, Sick, Nasty, C90FTW, Mr. Manawak himself, Mario Cantonese, Phil Nye, the crypto guy. Absolutely fantastic. Wonderful comment. Yes, it has been quite a beginning of the week, right? But there's quite a bit of crypto news going on right now.
It feels like a month has passed this week, and
really
it's
does.
Tuesday.
I know.
I was like, man, it's the end of the week almost. I was like, it's Tuesday.
Yeah. With everyone hooting and hollering, I nearly forgot to mine my pie.
I know. I mined mine this afternoon.
Yeah, you got it going again. You're in my mining circle, aren't you?
Yeah.
We got to keep it going. We got to stay focused during the bear market. We are clearly at the bottom as far as crypto sentiment goes and crypto Twitter.
I haven't noticed.
You haven't noticed? I think we're there. I'm calling it right now. We have definitely hit some bottoms here. Obviously, Bitcoin not doing really much at all. I've been kind of more judging the HBAR that I have. I think it lost about 2%. I am going to be looking into ThorChain. I've had a lot of people reaching out, liking that I'm kind of making a call about its potentials there, decentralized exchange movements. I'm very bullish on just the idea of ThorChain, but other things I was looking at, Maker, OP,
trash.
You think OP's trash? I was in and out. I made a little bit of money.
First of all, Chili Rainbow, you're on thin ice, bro.
It's so
you're on thin
Here we
ice.
go. Here we go. Chili Rainbow's a real one. Don't you go putting that evil on him. Don't you go putting that evil on him. Unbelievable. How are you doing, Nick? You've had quite a week.
I haven't noticed.
You haven't noticed?
His answer is no comment.
No, I'm actually getting over a
getting over a illness. I think it's super COVID, but to me, it's just kind of like, whatever, small sinus infection. But yeah, this week I'm finally gonna do that Caspa miner video. The Caspa miner has been going bananas. And I put a poll in my Twitter to see what people think we should do with all of our just gigantic bag of Caspa.
Oh, we gotta hodl it.
Should we hodl it for the bull run? Do we ladder out? Do we start paying off the miner now?
No. Be in pain and experience the pain of the payments and waiting and holding, and then sell it during the bull market.
My argument would be, just like we talked about on Discover Crypto earlier, that ultimate sort of real start to a bull trend in Bitcoin, once Bitcoin gets above the short-term holder cost basis, which currently it's about $28,000.
Okay.
Don't even consider taking profits on some small movements in altcoins now, because after Bitcoin starts pushing up above that, it will outrun altcoins for a while, but then capital will inevitably start flowing in droves into altcoins, and that's when you can start thinking about laddering.
Yeah.
Okay.
So unless you got bills.
Unless you got bills.
Yeah.
That's why you need multiple capital streams, everybody.
Yes. Oh, and show the people your fish.
They need to see Diana's
Show
son.
the people. No, the fish.
Huh?
Show them your fish.
Oh.
Yeah, let me see it.
Hold up to the camera.
I ate them all.
Hold
up to your camera. Show yourself. He's
Switch.
alive. This is proof of life.
Proof of life.
There it
There it is. Swedish fish.
There it is. Fantastic.
Where's Hannah? Hannah got absolutely trashed at the Drake show last night, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's it, really. Okay,
Yeah, Hannah went and saw Drake, and yeah, she's hungover AF.
Yeah,
Shout out to
crowd surfed
Hannah.
and everything. It's
Did
crazy.
she really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're safe when if you're over the age of 14 and you're a woman, you're safe around.
We
Drake.
had Pudgy Penguin's story. I got to give her the Pudgy Penguin story for tomorrow. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
There's a ton of news going on, man. I got like 30 tabs up of stuff I feel like is. I'll try to just get through as much as I can. We're going to run into
Shout out
the
to
dev
Shake
set.
and Bake, who swapped all of his Bencoin for Caspa.
Oh,
Congratulations.
hey, good moves. That's the kind of moves you need to be making. That's the kind of moves you need to not get wrecked.
That was,
Yeah. Well, I think we smoothed it over pretty nicely, though. Don't you think?
No, guys, it's just hard to read the comment screen because it's so far.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's huge. This came out of CoinDesk. Though. It was just Chase UK declining customer payments linked to crypto starting on October 16th. The bank said in its email to clients. I am very unsurprised by this.
It's just in the UK, right?
Yeah, this is just in the UK. Yeah. And don't they recently passed a little bit further regulations on crypto. So, but on top of that, JP Morgan is one of the strongest banks on earth. Chase under them.
Yeah.
I think they also take the lead in the amount of fines that they've paid since 2000. It's like, what, 36 billion?
That's got to be Wells Fargo.
But
Look it up.
The point being is, like, even still, they're trying to say something about fraud and anything in the bad light of crypto. And it's like, how many tens of billions of dollars? And what I think is interesting about that isn't even the billions of dollars of fines. Think about how much money they're taking from you as you are their product.
Yep.
Right.
You are their product. And they have, hundreds of billions and even trillions of dollars in assets under management, as well as just their profits over time. And they make so much money on you. They can just, $36 billion is just the cost of doing business for them to do shady things and then go out there and post a FUD story about something that is the best thing, a best opportunity in humans' lifetime for monetary exchange.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I see.
Have they always been against like cryptocurrency, like JP Morgan?
No. They made Kadena.
Yeah, I mean, they've been behind Kadena.
They made a cryptocurrency?
They made Kadena.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and I can understand why they're kind of opposed to it now in the free market range of it, not Kadena in its own kind of controlled sectors.
Yeah, because this is Chase. So Chase is their, front-facing bank. That's what everyone knows. No one knows. You have to tell people that Chase is owned by JP Morgan.
Right.
So this is just their kind of like a retail-friendly bank. They're playing nice with the MiCA laws that are now in effect in Europe. They're probably going to try and patch some of this over to the United States, although it's going to be tough to do. But yeah, JP Morgan, like capital J, capital P Morgan, is very pro crypto. They made Kadena. They had a hand in starting up Ethereum and a bunch of other projects. So, Kadena is with that backing. Kadena is a project to watch. It is a proof of work coin. So yeah.
Now, can you see Chase doing this outside of the UK, like in the US potentially?
They may try and patch some of it over, but like our laws and Europe's laws are so far different. It's going to be hard to do, but they're going to play ball with the regulators because they own them. So,
well, one of the things I saw today, and I didn't dig into the article, but the headline enough was the perfect characterization of what's going on. And I don't want to take this over to Gensler because we talk about him so much, but this ties in straight in with Chase and the banking, all these different things going on. And that's that even like with the Bitcoin spot ETF, it goes the same with the banks limiting. It has nothing to do with regulation, has more to do with the politics of the situation.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on.
Yeah. So, and y'all are saying the founders of Cadena came from JP Morgan and they didn't make it. Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of like, FTX didn't hire Caroline Ellison. She just worked for Alameda Research. Okay. I mean, they were working hand in glove. You can find Cadena on a couple blog posts on the JP Morgan website. So yeah, I mean, they know what to do, how to like control public sentiment and the news cycle, saying, "Oh yeah, this was invented by some people that used to work for us." Wink. No one used to work for JP Morgan. It's just a revolving door. You just go. It's like the FDA and pharmaceutical companies. Yeah. Scott Gottlieb, Pfizer CEO, now FDA head of FDA. Or I think he was for a couple years, and now he's back at Pfizer. Like this, it's just the way it works.
It's a small club.
Yeah, they're like sister wife companies.
Check this out. Someone C90 FTW.
There's a guy we used to work with that has that going on.
Literally read my mind here. Look at this. JP Morgan says it's paying $75 million to settle a lawsuit by the U.S. Virgin Islands, alleging that the bank facilitated and benefited from sex trafficking of young women by its lifetime customer, Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
So that's just fantastic. You can go ahead, say that we're all scammers out in the UK. Meanwhile, you're harboring, this is a graph. Let's run into this graph. So
That's a great one.
Oh.
What do you think about it? Testicular injuries have really gone parabolic in women's sports.
Year.
Yeah.
Last year or two.
Very unfortunate situation.
Why is that though?
Kind of looser morals.
Like, hang on, I don't understand. It says testicular injuries in women's sport. What are women's sports?
Yeah, I thought it was just sports.
I thought it was just like birthing person sports.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Vagina haver sports.
Whatever, where it hangs sports.
Yeah. To the left or to the right.
Oh,
shout out
Testicular
to
injuries and women's hobbies.
Yeah, Shake and Bake. Sorry for your loss. You're not the
just a
only
joke,
one.
everybody.
I'll just put it that. I know people who have put hundreds of thousands into that project and are now penniless.
Into Caspa?
No.
Oh, into other ones.
Well, he put half an ETH into Bencoin.
Yeah.
And he was able to swap it out for $150 worth of Caspa.
Mm.
Yep. It took another 40% dive last night.
Does not spark joy. So
You're getting the TA right here.
speaking of depression, we have the 1930s depression. The inflation adjusted income was around $87,000 in comparison. Inflation adjusted taxes paid was $2,300. New inflation adjusted home prices were around $79,000. This is comparative to 2023's depression, where your income is a comparative $56,000. You're paying $16,000 in taxes, and your new home price is at $437,000.
So you're telling me this is bad?
This is a problem.
This means that in the worst time that we think of in economic history in the U.S., the what do you call it? The Depression. People were making more money, and we're making adjusted on inflation more money than people were making even when we were at the top of our economic boom. When you look at the average adjusted income, so.
Your buying power is dead. Your buying power is dying.
It's all by design.
And now
None of this is a mistake.
Now you need 3 to 5 times your yearly income, the average yearly income, to buy the average house.
Right.
And in the past, your average income was more than the average house.
Right.
It's like
it's a kind of highbrow subject matter if you are trying to get into buying power of the dollar, 100 years of time and data and comparing that. But it's just a clear kind of signal to me that we're kind of ending the end phase of the U.S. fiat dominated currency.
I think it's going to be a reversion. I think the smart people, because here's the thing, like we know that the game is rigged and we know that the system is there to impoverish and destroy the middle class. That's the purpose of inflation, is to, kind of bifurcate society and not have this third place where you can exist and thrive, which is the middle class. I think that the money people play to win. We can say, oh man, you're so stupid, you're raising rates, you're impoverishing. They know exactly what they're doing. They play to win. And so I think they see the writing on the wall. They're like, yeah, the game is over. How do we pivot? And they're going to hand off the pivot so that The dollar is backed by a basket of assets, kind of like the SDR. Bitcoin is going to be one of them. And it's going to be a nice, smooth transition that happens over the course of 20 years. But the dollar, capital D dollar, will remain the world reserve currency for a good long while. It's just not going to be these, shroot bucks that we have right now.
Yeah. Check out all right, I just want to do a quick throwback. About 2 weeks ago, September 18th, Yellen insisted that there's nothing to worry about as the U.S. debt hit $33 trillion for the first time in history, right?
Okay, Drew, I want to ask you something real quick.
What's that?
Let's just set the scene here.
Yeah.
You are on a camping trip in Wyoming.
Okay, sounds nice.
The year is, it's next year. You're in a camping trip in Wyoming. It's early September. And you're you're taking a walk in the woods, and then you come across a inebriated Janet Yellen wandering in the woods because she's there for Jackson Hole Summit.
Is she put together or is she disheveled?
No, she's put together, but she's had a little bit too much rosé.
Okay, go on.
She takes a liking to this 7-foot tall former heavy metal singer.
Yes.
Who is rich in crypto, and she starts to pitch her woo.
Okay.
To the truth.
Okay.
And she says, I have a cabin built by slaves just over the mountain range.
Oh my God.
Would you want to come back to my place? And Drew, you know what could happen.
Yeah, I mean,
you could not only get intel that would possibly change the world that you could relay back to everyone, but in the process of that, you'd have to take one for the team with Janet Yellen.
Oh my God.
Would you do it?
No.
One night of just unabashed.
I can't do it.
Eroticy.
I can't
with
do it.
Janet Yellen.
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
No,
for the people?
If she introduces herself like, hey, yeah, I have a house that's built by slaves, I'd be more
not
concerned.
all of their stuff is built by slaves.
Okay,
no,
but
I have a
even
cabin around the corner, baby.
Just a touch of that kind of
I'm
conversation.
full of rosé. I want to talk about deposit ratios. Like, what's up?
My God,
Chat +1 if you would take one for the crypto team with Janet Yellen.
I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to do it. I got to be honest with you.
Protection.
Yeah,
protection.
No, and if she starts a conversation like that, I'm worried that she's going to turn me into a slave and build the next house for her. You know what I mean? She would just
like a mind control.
Yeah.
You should put a syringe and there's atrazine mixed with adrenochrome and you become like a
exactly.
Yeah.
What was that?
Tia would kill him. That is verified.
Oh yeah, she would. What was that movie where the lady had the guy's feet lined up in the piece of wood?
Oh, Misery.
Misery.
Yeah,
that reminds
this is called
me
hobbling.
of Misery. That sounds just like Misery. I'd be walking the other way.
Mary AF says, "One night, come on, Drew, man."
Oh man, well,
do it for the team.
Obviously, I don't really believe anything that Yellen says. So no, I wouldn't be going back to her cabin to potentially be enslaved like the rest that built the first one. But 2 weeks ago, she said, "Hey, no problem. We're crossing 33 trillion. It's going to be chill." Check out what's happened in just about 2 weeks. $100 billion has been added to the national deficit in a very short amount of time, and no publications have recent write-ups on this. So this is me basically bringing this to you live time.
And the time you just showed that, it went up $400,000.
Absolutely. I mean, this thing is cooking. That's right. But you know what they did? They did something extra. So look they added little emojis on here. So you got a little heartbeat on the Medicare section here.
Oh yeah.
You got a little airplane there for the defense and war.
Is this because, and I hate to say it because I'm a patriot, but is this because Americans are stupid now?
Yeah.
It's like you can't read, so let's go ahead and make a pictograph for you.
And look, they do little arrows.
We need our pretty pictures, Kelly.
And the dollar supply, you can't quite see it all the way to the edge.
I don't think, Kelly, Americans are stupid.
I think I'm talking about in terms of them conceptualizing, them needing to do that. It's their choice to do it is suggesting that.
And I used to think lazy too, but just over the past year, I believe it's because we've had 20 years of Marxist indoctrination to be a cog and not think critically.
Yeah.
I think a majority of Americans they're not stupid, they're not lazy. They've just been programmed not to think.
I agree with that.
That's a huge difference because we can that's what we do on the show every day. We wake people up to the system.
Yeah.
Okay. And it takes a pill, an orange pill, a black pill, a red pill, a Bible pill, but it takes a pill that you got to swallow. And then you wake up. And then once someone's awoken, right? Then they're all watching BitLab Academy, getting mad education every day. Shout out BitLab Academy.
That's right. That's right. That's what you got to be doing because things aren't going to get better. I wanted to bring up that note because I'll just show this. We're currently at a $1.5 trillion deficit. This is last year's data. This is the latest that they've printed. So this is a 1.3. We're actually going to be landing right about here for the recent data there.
This is cumulative, right?
Yeah, this is cumulative, yes.
Oh, my God.
And so here's the deal, is that our percent of GDP, it was sitting, last time they took this data point, is right at 97%, right? Real scary.
Oh, yeah.
Currently, if we're sitting at this number and they print this the same way that that data that we just looked at on the debt clock looks, this data point's going to print right here.
Oh, man.
And so your money markets, pretty much markets across the world, may be in for an absolute world of hurt, but it'll be interesting to see how Bitcoin reacts because we doubled the last time we saw capitulation of multiple banks all at the same time.
Yeah.
We were at 17K right about and moved on up to 30K as Signature, Silicon Valley, and First Republic all collapsed. Okay. So pretty incredible. And, you know, I do want to get to that. They're reminding me we got some pretty good news to get into. I'm glad you're here to join us for the gaming side, Mr. Steven, because we had some action here. Let me see if I can find it.
Let's get Nick's thoughts on this.
Well, we're going to talk to him about the Neoxa too. He left. He's got a phone call. Where in the hell did this thing go?
He disappeared.
He's gone. Oh yeah, here it is.
Gone.
So Steven, here's the deal with the gamer stuff, and I really want your honest opinion because you play games a lot. You're well in tune with this.
Yes, I don't have a life outside of this job.
Well, I mean, you got a lot of creative outlets, and I know that you're really passionate about games. And
Yes,
I feel like you kind of represent the gaming community well, as far as like knee-jerk reactions to crypto news, if it means anything, right? So I definitely am glad you're here for this one. So leaked documents are revealing that Microsoft has a plan in the past, at the very least, to create crypto wallets on the actual Xbox itself. Let's see here. So the recently leaked documents reveal the tech giant Microsoft plans to integrate crypto wallets into the gaming console. The leaked documents posted on the gaming forum Reset Era.
Husband.
Oh, that was your girlfriend's husband.
Yeah.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's fine. I just told him not to be at the house this weekend.
His hands were just a little sore.
I told him not to be at the house this weekend.
Back to the important stuff, the games. Okay, so Reset Era shows that the Xbox roadmap for May 2022 included crypto wallet support. So this is past plans that they had. However, the specifics about the plan integration were not shown. Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, attributed the leak to a FTC legal action against Microsoft where essentially the acquisition of Activision Blizzard resulted in Microsoft unintentionally including leaked documents within those submissions that were required for that acquisition. Reports show that the leaked documents reveal the key communications between Xbox execs, plan for a new diskless Xbox Series X, a gyro controller, and even a next-gen hybrid Xbox.
Yeah, it just shows like Xbox is just trying to like gear themselves into the next like evolution in technology, right? Like I always see Web3 as it's not whether or not the technology is good or bad. It's inevitable. It's literally the next evolution of technology. So I see Xbox is just trying to like play ahead of the game and set their technology up to have these infrastructures in place for NFTs. Now the biggest thing for me as a gamer with NFTs is like if you look into any gaming community, it's like if you mention NFTs, you're castrated. You're done. And I see all of that as, especially as someone as a crypto enthusiast as myself, that's just coming from pure ignorance, right? They're basing the tool itself based on like a bunch of bad actors in this space. So like they're just really just focused on all the negativity. And when I say this technology is inevitable, it's you're already starting to see it. Like, I mean, like you see JP Morgan doing all that like banning crypto stuff is like they're just setting themselves up to like maybe create a CBDC with their government. I don't know, but
Well, I think you're dead on with that. That's a solid assertion. At this point, FedNow's come out. We see JPM working on their own blockchain. We see Citigroup working on their own private blockchain. Yeah. So what you said is definitely true.
Yeah, and Microsoft just wants to jump on top.
What is the blockchain that Microsoft is most heavily invested in?
Azure? No, sorry.
I thought it was Aptos. I thought they hooked up with Aptos.
Yeah, they're doing with Aptos now.
So I think it's at the bottom. Yeah, Microsoft.
The biggest publisher for me is like Ubisoft and Square Enix, and I think they're doing a lot of stuff with
Tezos.
Tezos, yeah,
And Polygon.
yeah.
So, Steven, let me ask you a question about this. Just thinking what you said. So NFTs you brought up, and I think that that's a pretty safe assertion that the skins in games, different items. Like I think to the Pokemon Go setup right now, you purchase Pokeballs in the game. You purchase different kind of items that you can use in the game. They give you a level up. Do you think that it'll go beyond just NFT type systems on these gaming platforms to potentially getting paid in like Bitcoin and Grand Theft Auto?
No.
If you,
I think gamers. It's funny. Like I talk to a lot of people here and talking to a lot of people in the cryptocurrency space. Like they all think that gamers want to make money playing games, and you would think that they want to do that, but in reality, they're just wanting to have more fun with their games. And the thing that I see about NFTs is like I'm having ownership of things. Like, can you imagine if like the Pikachu you get from Pokemon Go is your Pikachu? Like that is it's pretty much like
and
your
you
virtual
can bring
pet.
it across games, across platforms.
Right.
That's the whole thing with gaming is cross-platform.
I think a big part of it too is just like general, and I mean this in a nice way, not the literal sense of the word. There's ignorance that's tied in with NFTs, what they are. We talked about this a few weeks ago, where everybody thinks NFTs are, the Bored Apes or NFTs are the underlying thing that art can be on. The NFT is the thing that allows it to be unique as one, and you own it, right? Yeah. So it also certifies something as one of one. It could be medical records. It could be in-app game, like your weapons and items and stuff. So in reality, I think there's sort of a pushback against this new thing that is kind of misunderstood because of some of the culture around it, and it's two different cultures. Yeah. But in reality, I think I know Starbucks was doing this, and there was another of other major corporations that were in process of doing NFT members stuff, but they moved away from using the term NFT. They just basically gave it new nomenclature, and people are like, oh yeah, that's great. Well, it's the same thing. It's just being called something different. Yeah. I think it's just a separation of cultures and integrations that people need to understand.
I don't know if you guys ever covered this, but even Sony, I think it was like, I don't know if it was this year or last year that they announced, but they're trying to do like digital collectibles in their service, but they're not even calling it NFTs. Yeah. So
that's what I mean.
Yeah, sure. Like they're just slowly kind of conditioning gamers that this is, at the end of the day, it's just a tool, right?
Yeah, they call them digital collectibles.
Yeah.
That's the term that I see them being,
Shirzad Khan City, thank you for the super chat. Gamers see NFTs as another microtransaction scheme. That's 100%.
That's a hot take. Nick, you kind of mentioned this the other day when we were talking, I think it was Second Life, I think we were talking about. And Second Life for like over 10 years has had an astronomically major culture of not only the gamers, but also off-platform, basically real estate transactions and such. So they've already been doing this in a sort of backdoor gray area way that had no verifiable way to actually confirm the transaction of those things. So this has already been in play and in process. It just needs, the understanding of it needs to be integrated into people's awareness about what it really is.
And they'll be slow walked into it.
Even the price is also like very because a lot of gamers like, oh, I'm not going to spend $100 on a little digital asset, and that's not even like a real thing either. Because I forgot what game it was, but I think the highest sold digital asset that's not an NFT was worth $200,000. Like someone literally bought like a spaceship for a video game that they don't even own
in probably EVE Online.
Yeah, I think it was EVE Online. Yeah, and they spent $200,000. So yeah, like even the price of these assets aren't even like it's not even up for discussion.
I like this discussion though. It's interesting to think about how this is going to get positioned. Like if you pick the right game that is like crypto focused and people go in knowing it's crypto focused, next bull market, you'll have money moving. What you got, Nick?
So I have actually, I go on Web3 Exposed, Twitter Spaces, like a couple nights a week. Great. Shout out
That's
to
at Books, right?
No, they kind of had a divorce. So Books is on his own thing now, but I roll with Profits. Just because the timing works out better than Books' Spaces. Anyways, Profits over Wages. She's great. Shanice does Web3 Exposed. Y'all should check it out on Twitter Spaces. It's like every day from like 5 to like 8. They're all talking about NFT adoption, right? They're talking about the Gucci thing with Bapes, and they're talking about Louis Vuitton and blah, 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 blah. The NFTs that are going to be on chain that everyone's going to use are going to be boring. They're not going to be sexy. They're not going to be the digital collectible. They're going to be the digital thing that you don't want to have to worry about. It's going to be like your driver's license. It's going to be the title to your car. And then it's going to slowly like ebb and flow. I think ticketing is going to be a big thing. I think individual creators like musicians are going to like get on Avalanche, make their own blockchain. And that way, if you like go to a bunch of like Kid Cudi concerts, well, you scan your thing and now you have the Kid Cudi NFT.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
you know, Kid Cudi knows because he has all of this data on his own private blockchain. Hey, like this guy's been rolling with me since, you know, the very beginning. He's got all these NFTs. You can't corrupt that data. He's going to get an incredible like backstage pass, you know? So it's slowly going to roll out that way. It's not going to be on raw Ethereum layer 1. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
It's going to be on a different chain. It's going to be on a layer 2.
What if it's on Solana? What if
It will be,
Solana's
yeah.
the next
So
big
my
winner?
prediction is Polygon, Solana, and Avalanche are going to be the
Really?
3 main corporate chains in the future. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Because they've got so much better biz dev. Solana it's super duper easy to create on Solana. It just is. Yes, we all trashed Solana for a long time. And I said I was wrong. Okay, Solana is the
Well, it was
VC
under
coin.
different control mechanisms at the time when we were trashing it. I mean, it was a different situation.
Not really. They were just working the bugs out because
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd been around for 2 or 3 years.
Has
and
it
they're
been
still,
crashing lately?
It has not.
Oh, that's
No,
good.
it hasn't
not.
crashed in a while.
Yeah, corporations and artists are going to want their stuff on centralized chains because that's how they keep the IP under control. So
I think I sold all my Solana on the last time it crashed.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that
it's
hurts.
tough.
What if it's on Luna? King D says. Well, then you made a poor decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Luna. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing to think about. You know, in NFTs, Hannah's been just beating me up about this pudgy penguin.
She's so
things.
violent.
She is.
She's
She's
just a
quite
violent-
I've been.
She's unhinged.
Where is this?
I think she was at Carlos's house last night.
So the Walmart. Oh my god.
Ooh, I'm jumping out of here.
So Walmart is coming out. I'm going to be talking to Hannah tomorrow about this a little bit more. But Walmart came out. They're planning to sell pudgy penguins.
Oh yeah.
In 2,000 different
Yeah,
stores.
yeah. The toys. Yep.
She's gonna freak out about this. This is just
That's
another
great.
kind of inroad I see coming. Ooh, this little.
I can see her set now. It's just going to be a bunch of pudgy penguins in the background.
That's all it's gonna be. Yeah, I mean, I might get one. You know, it seems like an interesting project. They're getting plugged into big stores. You know, Nick, we're going to talk a little bit about this government shutdown now.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to get too derailed here. Okay. Karine Jean-Pierre won't say if Biden supports the striking of UAW's demands of a 40% pay increase and 32-hour work weeks. This is in reference to that gigantic workers' strike that's going on.
What the fuck country is where we are like, it looks like the Ministry of Finances dictates a 32-hour work week.
I mean, look who's leading it.
All workers must comply with this order.
This is standard procedure. Look who's running this place.
We are not a capitalist
draw
country.
A little mustache
No,
right?
here's the deal.
We're not a
Fine.
capitalist
No, here's
country.
the deal. Go to a 32-hour work week. Completely okay with it. And you also get paid that one less day. Fine. You want less hours? You don't keep the same pay and all of a sudden work, 20% less of the time.
Yeah. Well, Joe is going to plan to join the strike picket line, thankfully.
Dude, they are going to absolutely spit all over his face.
Yeah, I mean,
Joe has done nothing but be
We
a
need
union
this.
buster since the day he came into office.
I pray
How
and I
long
pray.
is he going to be standing there until he needs a chair?
Dude, he's going to get...
see, Steven, you got it all wrong, bro. That's Biden clone 17.
Yeah.
Oh, my
The
bad.
walking Biden clone is Biden clone 9.
No, it's 8.7B.
Yeah, they change the oil on these
It's
things
with
all
every
the time.
COVID variant. Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
he came out just to
See, and that's number 2.
he's
That's
the gift.
that's-
Yeah, you can see the skew number right underneath that left nostril.
He's the gift that keeps on giving. Really. I mean, this is a message from him on extreme Republican shutdown, talking about the potentials for government shutdown. Here's a nice note on the government shutdown. Even if the federal government did shut down, Washington will continue to pay the salaries of 57,000 Ukrainian civil servants. Remember this when they pull the standard, seniors will eat cat food at shutdown talks. So, this is just more of their fear tactics. Nick, you say it the best. It's just a gigantic psyop. They
It
just
is.
trick everyone into fear.
I actually love government shutdowns when they do happen because the government shuts down and like nothing changes.
I know. And it
amazing.
codifies the point that they mean.
What does it even mean when they shut down? Like,
It's
their
meaning-
offices don't work?
No, it's basically
They stopped paying every federal employee except for every House of Representatives and senator.
Oh,
Somehow they people that are messing up. they still get full pay.
The military doesn't get pay, but the senators get pay.
Yeah.
And then they shut down all the national parks. But then, like, the cabinet still gets paid. It's a total scam.
It's
and
a sweet deal.
the national parks are shut down, and then people walk past the sign and end
How
up.
do I become a senator?
Well, look, first of all, we can't even get into that on this stream.
Yeah.
That'd be a good blockchain bunker episode. How to become a senator. Step 1, carve out your heart.
Oh, God.
Step 2,
Are we
raise
going
money from the highest
Kamala
bidder.
route or Biden route?
Oh, yeah, on your knees. Yeah.
Nah, it's just up for discussion there.
You got to fall off a plane first.
So Justin Trudeau up north, we're in America. Justin Trudeau is north of us. Blames Russian propaganda for Canadian Parliament honoring a Nazi.
This is I love this so much.
So obviously it's extremely upsetting that this happened. This isn't something that is deeply embarrassing to the Parliament of Canada, it looks like, is what he said. It's going to be really important that all of us push back against Russian propaganda, Russian disinformation, and continue our steadfast, unequivocal support of Ukraine. All roads lead back to Ukraine. Lately, it seems that the gigantic money laundering operation is being exposed, and they're getting a little bit desperate because people are waking up too much all across the world. Which, I'm here for. Awaken the anger. It's okay to be mad. Speaking of awakening the anger.
Oh.
Look at this guy. Look at how fantastic.
Honestly.
Which one's the walrus?
His wife stayed with him.
This is just absolute gem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a national treasure.
I know.
And basically we're moving through this. Well, what you got? You like it?
No.
I've met Alex Jones.
I was gonna say an off-color joke.
Well, he says all the colors jokes.
Do it. Do it. Text me the joke and I'll say it for you.
Oh my God. And then HTX, didn't you guys remember? It was kind of weird that exchange relabeled themselves as HTX right after FTX.
Yeah, with Justin Sun, and they got their asses hacked.
Yeah, but it looks like they're getting backing. Binance joins the investigation to track their stolen funds. CZ showing a little bit of support here on them, which, it's nice to see. Don't want to see them get arbitrage out of existence. God, they had only renamed their exchange for like a week before that happened. So that was unfortunate to see.
Kelly, back me up on this or take me down. Pancake Swap is the best way to learn DeFi.
Absolutely not. Maybe if you're practicing and needing something to actionably do, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're gonna have training wheels on DeFi, Pancake Swap is the one.
Yeah.
But then once you learn, then you move on. But like if you're a normie and like you're kind of getting used to your Coinbase wallet, you want to do some DeFi, where are you going to point someone? I would point them at Pancake Swap. Where would you point them?
Yeah, I mean, Pancake Swap. I mean, I would say at minimum, I would try 3 different DEXs. Because it's good to get the lay of the land of one to really understand the functionality and the difference between using a centralized exchange and a DEX, because there are differences in the process of getting funds on and off and so on and so forth. Also, when you have different spreads and especially with how liquidity flows on DEXs, depending on the asset. But I would say, use Pancake Swap, Uniswap, and maybe something somewhat obscure like Trader Joke or something.
Trader Joe? You don't like Trader Joe?
No, I'm just saying use 3 different DEXs so you can gain knowledge of function.
Do you like Spooky Swap?
I've never used Spooky Swap.
Okay.
How do you guys value one DEX over another? Because
why are my eyes so red? My eyes aren't red at all.
Well,
I like the colors.
I still use Pancake Swap and I use MinSwap for like ADA stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
But
MinSwap's very good.
Like what dictates one DEX to be better than another?
UI and TVL.
It's all
Depends
about
on how
UI
big
for
your DEX
me.
is.
Wait, Kelly.
Liquidity. It's all about liquidity.
It really is all
Get out.
about liquidity.
I'll tell you why. Here's one of the most
It's not about the size, it's how you use it.
Yes, here's one of the most overlooked thing on DEXs, and it's not just DEXs, it's assets in general when you're trading. If you're trading, especially, you get so hyped about a coin. Could be any coin, let's say under 100 million market cap. And you get so excited about it and you're stacking up. You're not doing it in one large buy. You're stacking up over a period of time. But then something comes about that makes you realize, I want to get out of this coin. if this hasn't happened to you yet, I hope it never does. Because what happens is if you're trying to get out of a coin that has, let's say, a $30 million market cap, or even worse, a $10 million market cap, or even I think at this point, a $6 million market cap, then when you try to get out quickly, there ends up being essentially what happens is there's a lack of liquidity. Because you put a market order, or actually, let me rephrase that. Because you put a limit order in, you're like, I was told to put a limit order because it limits my fees and it makes sure that I'm getting at a price I select. If there's no liquidity for that price in the order book, it's just going, you end up getting a spread, especially if you do a market order, a market sell order on an asset that has a small amount of liquidity in that exchange. Then you could literally, I've moved the price on an asset on accident. I fat fingered a sale market order on, I don't even remember the asset. This was like 2 years ago. And it literally dropped the asset price like 25%.
Oh my God.
With $5,000 because there's no liquidity. So you need to understand what asset you're in and what the liquidity situation is if and when you're going to be out. This is why it's always important to have an exit strategy even when you're entering a coin.
Yep. That's good advice. I'm a simple man. I like Uniswap. Simply because I like it. They got the Apple app.
Get out.
It works amazing. And
Wait,
it's
they
all
have an
about
app
UI.
now?
Yes, it's an Apple app.
I don't trust that.
It works great.
It works good.
Drew,
It's
I'm
fantastic.
shocked. I'm
What?
shocked, Drew.
You
Yeah,
trust
listen.
apps?
You are the person that I would think out of anyone in this panel would use TradeOgre.
No, I'm
never
a
even
person
heard
that
of
realizes that our
Kelly
data
knows
is
TradeOgre.
Our data is
TradeOgre?
already open
Yeah.
source.
I've never even heard of TradeOgre.
No, hold on. We all act like there's this secret little back door we can go through online. We can sneak around. It's not fucking real. They have all of your information. The Patriot Act has all of your shit. Let's just accept that first. That's why I don't have any problem with Apple's app. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just, we got to accept it. We got to walk back the Patriot Act.
For the people, can you pull up TradeOgre?
All right, I will.
Everyone needs to bask in the glory of this Web 1.5.
I've literally never even heard of it.
Dude, if you are an absolute
You showed
degenerate.
me this before. This is chaos.
This is the most
What is this?
degenerate exchange with the most.
Monero?
Yeah, it is amazing. All your like super micro cap. You're talking about, oh yeah, I bought this micro cap on Uniswap. Screw you. If it's not on TradeOgre, it's not micro cap.
This is where you've been picking up Neoxa, isn't it?
Yeah. This is Neoxa is actually.
Oh
about
my
to be
God!
on
Look at
next
the
season.
layout of this. The UI is just like it's giving me.
Yeah. It's Web 1.5. This is the most legit crypto
I call this-
exchange on the planet.
I call
No
this
KYC.
I call this
Really?
retro training.
Yeah. Do you want to know what the
This
sign
is
up
like
process?
pre-internet. This is like BBS.
Yeah, this is like what was that IRC chat for trading? The sign up process for TradeOgre is
Have arms.
your email address,
Wow.
and that's it.
Wow. And look
There's
at
no
this symbol.
KYC. Oh, it's
Look at this. This
amazing.
is like a heavy metals.
Yes.
That's amazing. I have to use this thing just because of this. It's pilot.
I want to
That is
TradeOgre.
actually really
Look,
cool.
TradeOgre. We have got sponsors coming at us from every single direction. We are the Hit Network is the hottest girl at the prom right now. But I tell you what, TradeOgre, if you want to have a conversation with us and you want to sponsor one of these channels, we will absolutely talk to you. TradeOgre, you're an absolute OG. We love you, TradeOgre.
They got
Man, if you need
Bitcoin
help with the UI
pairs.
too, please let me know.
Yeah,
Change nothing, TradeOgre.
I mean, look at this. They got the Neoxa Litecoin pair. Very interesting. They got
Talking
some-
about you're an absolute fucking psycho. If
This
you're
is pretty
trading a
lit.
Litecoin,
All right,
if you
fine.
trade a Litecoin pair anywhere other than Litecoin dollars,
All right.
you're an absolute psycho.
All right, you've convinced me. I like this.
Put
I
this.
like this
put a
lot.
link to this in the description.
I
People
like
need
to
to know about
Life on
TradeOgre.
the edge. Not a sponsor, but we love it.
I
God,
love it.
So
I
Nick,
love
where are
it.
you at in the crypto market? So I mean, we've had.
Oh gosh.
I've been skating dangerously. Okay, so I got out of Bitcoin around 31, put my whole butt on the line around $5 in Chainlink. We're doing
Yeah.
well there. I'm judging HBAR because it's losing a little bit of money. I was going to look up Render here. And we also need to do just a look at where we think Caspa could end up with.
Oh, you want an
Because
actual?
I want to do some.
You want an actual price prediction
Yeah,
department
let's-
instead of some Adderall head talking about it for 2 hours?
What's the market cap for Caspa?
It's 958 mil.
950 million.
Yeah.
100 mil?
It's almost at $1 billion. Okay, very healthy.
So we got.
Neox, Gata Life, Neoxa, not Neox.
Neox sounds like a new medication.
Yep. Yeah.
You take that NEAC, son. Yeah, I got that
We
NEAC.
got.
Any accent?
I want to type in. We
Yeah,
got.
they got like
Casper.
unicorns on the pills or whatever.
All right. So we got this built up.
Those
So
good
we
prices.
we're right
No.
under $1 billion.
Yeah,
Okay. We've
we're under
only
$1
been
billion.
around. I mean, obviously, you got to take into account this thing is absolutely ripped so far.
Yep.
It's up by 24,000%.
Yep.
I'm concerned just looking at that chart. You see the first large bullish impulse, the second one, and then the third one.
Getting a little softer.
It's looking like it's like there's doesn't have to happen in the next week or the next month, but it's looking like without something really truly changing the paradigm of the crypto market, that this is headed towards some sort of correction.
You think so?
Well, so yes, everything corrects after it pumps, right? So that's fine.
What must go up? What goes up must come
What
down.
goes up must come down.
What's
I
the
would-
market cap you're thinking, though, that this can hit, Nick?
I'm thinking that this could hit a $16 billion market cap.
16 bill.
Yeah.
16x. Let's see
No.
what a 16
What
billion.
was Bitcoin's like all-time market cap, like all-time high?
Let's see here. So you're talking, 15x, about 75 cents.
Yeah, I think,
74
and then there
cents
may be a
coin.
scam wick or two up to $1, but
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
And we're talking bull market targets here. Someone
Yeah,
asked
and that's-
before the show went live, what our bull market target is for Casper.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a healthy project, and someone said, "Oh man, there's all these ASICs coming online, and is that bad for Caspa?" And I'm like, I don't know. Was it bad for Bitcoin?
Right. No.
What do you mean? You're going to have more computers on network, making the network stronger? Why would that be bad?
And they said, and it was like, it's the opposite of VC money. It's industrial miners want the price to go up. So what are they going to do? I mean, F2 Pool manipulated it, but they manipulated it to the upside. Like, let's get super real here, folks.
By the way, Chad, thank you so much for answering my question because no one
So
answered me.
looking for a $16 billion market cap during the next bull run. I'm just shooting from the hip there. That would probably put it within the top 30.
Yep.
Top.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
So-
actually, now that you said that, I would say it's going to go into the top 20.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like by the time we're in the next bull, it's my reckoning that all of these around 1 or 2 billion are going to be in that 15 to 20 billion range.
Yep.
What you got, Kelly?
I was going to say, now that Nick said 20 to top 20, I think it's going to go into the top 19.
You
great.
son of
You got to one up him.
Lance Selly says, Nick, what's your layer 2 pick? I assume you mean for the bull run.
Here we go.
Yeah, what's your husband's boyfriend's name? That's the pick.
No, I'm trying to
Layer
keep that.
2 pick.
Yeah,
You're
layer
not trying
2
to
pick.
dox
I
him?
don't know if I have actually centered in on a layer 2.
Wasn't Ironfish layer 2 or something?
No, it's a layer 1.
That's a layer
It's
1?
layer 1. Yeah, renders like technically a layer 2 because it runs on Solana. But when we're talking about layer 2s, we're talking about like Polygon.
I was going
right?
to say, I was going to say on the risk adjusted side, Polygon. If you're looking for something a little more degen-y, I'd have to look.
I mean, OP, Arbitrum, you got
I'll tell you what,
ZK Sync.
Yeah,
ZK,
if Base actually comes out with a Base token, it's going to be Base token.
They hinted that it might actually happen.
Yep.
It might not be OP. It might be Coinbase choosing. Caspa, I think it's reasonable to be looking in between that. I think $15 to $20 billion is a reasonable expectation. If all goes well and Caspa keeps the lights on, they're going to land within this top 30, potentially even top 20.
Yep.
I think, but more so, top 20 to me in the next bull market's going to be that 50 billion kind of range. I do think that we're going to have a lot of action. So if, all goes well, they keep the development going, the markets continue on, the lights stay on, everything doesn't turn into, zombies eating your neighbor's dog and, your wife's boyfriend going nuts on you, whatever. Then we'd be looking at around 75
My wife
cents.
has a girlfriend.
She has a girlfriend?
Yeah.
That's great news.
It's my wife, me and my wife, my wife's
Wait, they
girlfriend,
transitioned?
my girlfriend, and my girlfriend's husband. He's
Holy
just a bro.
God.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
What a mess.
No, yeah,
I thought
she's-
they were the same person.
No.
Yeah. It's 2023. I don't know.
No chimeras.
No chimeras. And now HBAR, I'm going to take a look at HBAR because I am
question,
thinking
though. Good
about, I'm looking at HBAR kind of aggravated with its flatline price action.
Yeah, HBAR is not even a blockchain, I've been told.
What?
It's a hash graph.
Well, yes. Okay.
Wait, what?
That drove me nuts. It's not a blockchain.
A what?
It's a
what?
hash graph. Like you're
It's essentially, I don't want to say essentially the same thing, but contextually in the sphere of crypto, it's in the same realm. It's just a different way that the chain is processed.
You better watch your mouth because Lehman Baird is going to come out from the top rope and correct
whatever.
you.
I'm, this thing's looking flatline to me. And, thankfully for me, I'm not emotionally connected to any of these projects, nor do I give a damn.
No, but I do think even though it is flatlining, it does look like it's creating a strong base for the next bull market. But the flat line, when you look at the broader macro, like when you look at the 1 year, like you see that base.
Yeah. This is the market cap too, by the way.
Yeah.
So the market cap and then the price.
So look at that long base. That long base may look like it's going to be very stable, and it very well be if we keep looking at this chart. However, if we zoom in on the 1 day chart over the next 2 or 3 months, I think there's still going to be 8 to 20% liquidity oscillations between that. So just because it looks flat on this scale doesn't mean that there's not going to be volatility.
Well, it's not flat on the market cap. What the hell's going on here? You got some inflation or some kind of arbitrage happening in here?
Bcashy's talking his bags. Thoughts on the 4-hour Bitcoin Cash chart?
Should
we dare look at the 4-hour Bitcoin Cash? Bring it up on TradeOgre.
Sounds sacrilege.
I gotta on TradeOgre. I just got onto that thing.
Do Trading View.
Yeah. Hold on. Pull my screen down, Owen. You psychopath, you. Jesus, Murphy. All right, let's see here.
We need to see some charts.
BCH, because this thing always puts like advertisements and polycule stuff.
Lance
in front
Sally
of me.
says, because I said OP was trash. OP's trash because its tokenomics are trash. The technology, I'm sure, is great, and coins that are going to be on OP may rip. I'm just saying, OP itself, the token, has a very, very bad tokenomics situation going on.
There ain't no lie. I kind of felt a little uneasy looking at those long-term token unlock schedules
if
for
you
OP.
if you double click, it'll automatically go to
Christ almighty. What do we got here? What is this, hell?
Yes.
All right, yeah, show it to the people. We got 1 hour here. Let's do the 4-hour. Get this thing set up here. What is this? Hell? Actually, this looks pretty good.
Wait,
it's not bad.
No, Kelly, what is it? How's it look?
Well, first off, somebody said bull flag. I wouldn't quite call that a bull flag because the flag portions almost equal, if not longer length than the actual flag pole. How wide it is. So that would be a very top heavy flag. In terms of whether or not this is looking like it's going to break out, there is a very small cup and handle there on the right. But what are you standing to gain out of that? Especially with the context of the market feeling very bearish. Could that break bullish out of that? Sure, but that's going to give you a very small gain. I don't think right now is the time to be ripping into longs, hoping for upward price action. I would be looking at this, watching for a breakout to the upside to either take profits on a long that I do have, or to set a short for the price to start moving down.
Bitcoin Cash, and I'm in the mind frame of long-term hold too.
Wait, who was it? Bcashy, are you Japanese? I just want to know.
Like, market cap
are you from Asia?
If you are Japanese, I say hajime mashite. Oh, hisashiburi desu.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not buying Bitcoin Cash. If you're
seppuku no katana kudasai.
Wait, my favorite is ne.
I'm not touching this project, honestly. This just looks like it's going to break down to me. This is low. I mean, no one cares right now. A lot of altcoins are going to continue to get wrecked. It's getting low. Again, I got to look at render. Is it time to do render?
What's it at now?
Let's find out.
I love me some render.
I know. I think render's a really good project.
Any render under $2 is a steal.
$1.40. It recently did that.
Yeah.
$3 hit. Let's see here. I like doing this real quick. This is just some, quick, just over the scope. If you're looking through coins, why don't you just go ahead? You have the price here. Why don't you click market cap too and see what that does? Just to make sure they're roughly the same, to make sure you're not being inflated into absolute misery and despair down the road. Because some of these coins are going to inflate themselves out of existence and relevance. Oh, thanks for joining us. He's gonna go do a stream. You're heading on BitLab Academy.
Yeah.
All right then.
Get your room set up and we'll raid you afterwards.
Yeah, set us up. Yeah, interesting stuff. I might have to look at render. It looks like because it bounced right here. Where's this spot? Right about there. That looks pretty good. It's about $1 is where it bounced flat off of though. We could get $1 out of this boredom here if we are patient enough. We could get these little dips right here. That's probably where I'll end up looking.
Yeah. I've set up my DCAO Kraken
Have you?
One of the coins are render. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm I'm kind of a seasonal DCA guy, but I am probably HBAR. I'm going to give you another week. If you bore me to death, I'm going to be moving on probably to other coins. Maybe leave a little moon bag behind just in case I'm wrong, but my God, it's like watching grass grow sometimes.
Yeah, that's great.
We had wire service MoneyGram to release non-custodial crypto wallet in 2024.
That's a lie.
I mean, it's all just planned.
There will be a backdoor built into that wallet.
Well, there is. There is.
There isn't on my Ravencoin wallet.
Really?
Oh.
We should test it.
No.
We should test that. How do we get that earnestly tested, though? Do we go to Mossad?
Yeah.
That's where we'd have to go. Yeah.
No, actually, the French. I think the French have the best hacking tech.
We need to reach out.
Is it ever possible to make your own wallet, like getting a Raspberry Pi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, BJ says, everyone can do it. You can do a Raspberry Pi.
Not everyone can do it.
You got to be BJ to do it.
You have to. We should have BJ do a video on how to create his own wallet.
There is one.
It would get 7
There
views.
is one old one in the Hit Network YouTube channel if you guys really want to check it out. But we should really do an updated one.
Yeah, it'll get 7 views.
It'll get 7 views. Oh man, we're gonna have BJ back. He was out in Vegas. He'll be back.
Don't lie.
He'll be back in tomorrow.
Don't break my heart, please.
He's doing fine. But yeah, just this MoneyGram news. I liked it. I remembered, I think it's Stellar that's still hooked up with MoneyGram. And
Who is that?
Who is that? Whose feet are...
Get over
Get
here.
over here. Show yourself! Oh my God, they ran away giggling.
That's scary.
MoneyGram set this up. This is kind of just the same old topic that is the broader conversation we're having with the Xbox, where these massive corporations know that crypto is not going anywhere. They're realizing that this is an immovable object meeting an unstoppable force, which is traditional finance. So there will be middle roads built and connections built. It's about being positioned in the right projects. So I'm hoping, HBAR has going for it, or Stellar, or XRP, but these are all just risk plays. They may or may not have that. You can be hoping and pining, like when the internet was awesome and coming out, everyone thought AOL was going to be the King Kugla. And now no one even cares or knows what AOL is.
I still use AOL.
You still use AOL?
My mom's old computers, yeah.
You're a psychopath. You probably sleep with your socks on, don't you?
How do you know?
Unbelievable. But yeah, these are, like I said, risk plays. They may or may not actually end up being the winners, but I got to be at the fair to get lucky, right? So that's why I watch all this information before it happens, because we were talking about, the use case of Thorchain and decentralized exchanges and things of that nature. And yeah, the liquidity is not there yet on these new decentralized exchange platforms or, networks, but they're building for the influx of retail and the markets to go in its natural ebb and flow, which is smart. That's what they always say, build in the bear market. And then everyone starts complaining and seeing that people are building something in the bear market and there's not a ton of liquidity already yet.
Yeah.
You have to be patient. You have to be convicted on that thought process. And I see that as a positive. You know what I mean? If they have a solid use case and people are going to be searching outside of centralized exchanges more and more, which, it's not going to be everyone. I'm not expecting 60% of the population to all of a sudden be libertarians and demanding, all 2A laws or infringement. But I do see that a growing number of people are searching sovereignty, are searching more decentralized options because of the failures of the central powers that be. And that's just an unstoppable conversation that keeps proving me correct over and over again. Something else I'm going to be correct about in a few months from now is the banking exposure, and more smaller banks are going to be insolvent. More will be absorbed by Signature, or more will be absorbed by JP Morgan and Citibank, like Signature, First Republic, where since they collapsed, so Silver Valley Bank and First Republic, it was the actual 30-year is at 4% when these banks collapsed previously in March. Now it's at 4.6%, and they are under immense pressure because they're riding real close to their insolvency levels. There's only, I think they've got 4 out of the 5 chips filled out on their ability for basically their losses to their income. If they have one more tick up, they're going to be flatlining and at risk of going insolvent as a whole. But we will see more banks collapse because of these interest rates being so high. They were overexposed. The monetary system that we know right now overexposed itself. It got greedy. We always say that, pigs get fattened, hogs get slaughtered. And I think that that's coming to fruition, unfortunately, for traditional finance. It'll be interesting to see how it kind of remolds itself and remakes itself out of the ashes of what we see coming. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I wanted to cover, there's so much. Taiwan. I'll probably cover Taiwan tomorrow. We got tensions rising between Coinbase and the SEC over Celsius's bankruptcy plan. Coinbase was the planned kind of distributor for Celsius's assets, and that's being called into question because the SEC is just a salty old dog for sure. But yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff going on. We're probably going to have to look at, I want to do a video on ThorChain, I believe. I want to do a real deep dive into ThorChain coming up. But let us know in the comments, what projects are catching your eye in this accumulation zone. There's a lot of mystery and excitement during this bear market.
Oh, yeah.
I think, what do you think? Are we at the sentiment bottom, Nick? Is this it?
The what?
The sentiment bottom? Is this it? Like the market sentiment, the feeling of just despair in crypto Twitter? Have we reached that bottom as far as that goes?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I think there's more to go. I mean, some projects have another 90% down that they can do, but I think overall in crypto, we're near the bottom. I don't think we're at the bottom yet.
I don't know. I always call, like, if we're close to at more of an uptrend, that's when I start seeing memes. And as of lately, I've just been seeing a little bit too many more memes. Like, people are just more happier, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah,
we have to crush that spirit.
We got to crush that spirit, man. Well, it takes you at home spreading the knowledge, spread this message, this don't spread this show to all your friends that need to know about cryptocurrency. If they have an interest in finding something outside of the withering fiat dollar in their back pockets, it's buying less and less each day. Share this video with them, get them empowered themselves.
Yep.
Spark that fire, get them hungry for education because it's an important time. It's a cataclysmic time to be alive, but what a show. What a show. Nick, Steven, thank you very much for joining me, gentlemen. Absolutely. Owen, even though you've hidden so much, you've ran the sticks quite well. Are you ready for the rest of the day? Oh, and you're setting up ATB. You run the board on ATB. Yep. They don't even know. The people don't even know. He stays so mysterious.
He's the backbone of this company.
He really is. He really is. You don't have to answer that, Owen. You don't have to answer that. Well, until next time, thank you very much for joining us. Gary's Guzzler, there he is. Arc Junkie, Shake and Bake, Zoomer of Danger, Deucey Does Crypto, BMG TV. We love you all. Hope you're having a fantastic day, a blessed day. Treat those around you with love and respect. And until next time, we bid you adieu.